Hello, children. How are you today? You're welcome to our CRS class again. Are you happy? I know you are. So, today, our topic is feeding of 5,000 people, and we are taking it from Mark chapter 6, verse 34 to 44. All right, are you ready? Okay, let's go. Our objectives. Children, at the end of this lesson, what are you going to learn? At the end of this lesson, you should be able to retell the story in today's lesson to your mom and dad at home. Then, you should be able to always say your prayer before eating. And you should care for others. Okay? I know you will. Bible reference. Our Bible reference today, children, is taken from the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 16. And it says, "And do not forget to do good and to share with others. For with such sacrifices, God is pleased." So, we should not forget to always do good and to share what you have with others.
Hello, boys and girls. This is Aunt Fernita, and I have a wonderful story for you called A Little Boy Shares. Today's memory verse is from Hebrews chapter 13, verse 16. It says, "Do not forget to share with others." The message for today's story is friends share with others. One day, many people were far away from home at mealtime. But Jesus had a surprise for them. The sunshine sparkled on the water as the little boy walked beside the lake. He was not alone. Many people gathered on the hillside to see Jesus. The little boy carefully wiggled his way to the front of the crowd. "Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me." The little boy listened as Jesus began to tell of God's love. He even saw Jesus heal sick people. It was so exciting that the day went by very quickly, and the little boy had not even thought about eating. His mother had packed a lunch of 5 small loaves of barley bread and 2 small fish, but the little boy had not even touched his lunch yet. It was almost supper time now. Jesus' friends said to him, "Don't you think the people should go home now? It is late, and they are hungry." The little boy saw that Jesus did not want the people to go away hungry. Jesus turned to his disciples. "We'll give them something to eat." The disciples looked very confused. It would take lots and lots of food to feed all of these people. One of Jesus' disciples, named Andrew, smiled at the little boy and asked him, "What do you have in your basket?" "5 small barley loaves and 2 little fish, sir." "It's not much, but Jesus can have it." Then the little boy heard Jesus ask his disciples, "How much food do you have?" Andrew just shook his head. "We don't have any, but a little boy has a lunch he is willing to share. 5 small loaves of barley bread and 2 little fish, but that's not enough to feed all of these people." Jesus smiled at the little boy. "Thank you for sharing your lunch," he said. Jesus said to his disciples, "Have the people sit down." First, Jesus prayed over the little boy's food. Then, he began to give pieces of the barley bread and fish to the disciples to give to the people. More and more bread and fish were taken out of the little boy's basket. More and more people ate. The little boy could not believe his eyes. It took a long time to feed all of the people. 5,000 men, and that did not include the women and children who came to hear Jesus too. When everybody had eaten, Jesus said, "Now let's collect the food that is left." The little boy watched as the disciples picked up 12 baskets of leftover food. It was just a little lunch for a little boy, but that little boy was willing to share, and Jesus fed all of those people with that little lunch because he loved them. Aunt Fernita would like to share a very special hello to 3 friends who live in the United States. Hello to Paige, Jaden, and Ethan.
Welcome back, children. Did you enjoy the video? I did, and I know you did too. Alright, so that was the story of Jesus and how he fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. So now, can we tell the story ourselves? Alright, so here we have Jesus. That's Jesus wearing white. So he was sitting down with 5,000 people and he was preaching to them. And they were there for a very long time and it was getting dark. So here we have his disciples. They came to meet Jesus and they said, Jesus, can we send these people away? Let them go home and eat, okay, because it was getting dark. And Jesus said, no, don't send them away. We are going to feed them. His disciples were surprised because they didn't have any food to give to the people. But there was a little boy in the crowd who had 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. So that's the little boy there. Can you see him there? Good. So little boy offered his lunch to Jesus. And Jesus accepted the lunch and Jesus paid. Okay, can you see Jesus there? So Jesus lifted up the 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish up to heaven and prayed. Okay, and when he was done praying, he gave the 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish to his disciples and told the disciples to share. So the disciples started to share the food. Can you see the disciples sharing? And as they were sharing, the 5 loaves and 2 fish were also increasing. And do you know that everybody there had something to eat? Okay? Jesus fed 5,000 people with how many loaves of bread? 5. And how many fish? 2. All right, so what happened after that? Let's see. Wow. Can you see what is happening there? I can see his disciples packing the leftover, okay? So they gathered 12 baskets filled with fish and bread. Isn't that wonderful? That was amazing, okay? That was a wonderful miracle, all right? So today, children, what have you learned? Today we've learned that we should share what we have with our friends, right? And we should also share what we have with Jesus, all right? Whatever you have that God has given to you, you can share it with God. And God will bless you and you will have more than enough, okay? Yes. And then again, you must pray. Always pray before you eat, just the way Jesus prayed on the food. Are you happy? Very good. So now it's time to answer some questions. So let's go. All right, children. Now it's time for us to tell the answers. Are we ready? Okay. So in today's story, how many people did Jesus feed? I'll give you 2 seconds to answer it. How many people did Jesus feed in today's story? Let's find out. So here I have 2 options. A, 5,000 people. B, 3 people. How many people did Jesus feed? Can you choose one answer? Correct. Jesus fed 5,000 people. Was that your answer too? Good job. Next question. When the people were hungry, what did Jesus do? Let's find out. Jesus prayed on 5 loaves of barley bread and 2 fish and gave to the people to eat. Yes, that was what he did. When the people were hungry, Jesus prayed on 5 loaves of barley bread and 2 fish and gave to the people to eat. Correct. Now, next question. Who gave Jesus the 5 loaves of barley bread and 2 fish? Who gave Jesus? Let's find out. A little boy in the crowd. Yes, a little boy in the crowd shared his lunch of 5 loaves of barley bread and 2 fish. Now it's time to answer the last question. Are you ready? After they were done eating, how many baskets filled of leftover food were packed? How many baskets filled of leftover food were packed? Let's find out. 5 baskets filled of leftovers were packed. Was that your answer too? Very good. Now let's give ourselves a big round of applause. Roll, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Myself. Children, now we have come to the end of today's class. Did you enjoy the story today? Now, as we leave, I want to tell us to always pray before we eat. And remember to always share your things with your mom and your dad. Share with your brothers and also share with your friends. And most importantly, share whatever you have with God. You can share your time, you can share your talent, you can share your money with God. When you do that, God will bless you and you will have so much, more than enough, just like the little boy shared his lunch. Thank you. See you later. Bye.
Today is the day for which I've been waiting. Jesus is a preaching and I'm going there. I'm packing my lunch, it won't be empty. I'm bringing plenty so that I can share. 1 basket, 2 fish and 5 loaves of barley bread. Now we're miles from home with nothing to eat. Listening to Jesus has been such a treat. There are thousands of people as far as I see, but the only food for miles around has come with me. Just 1 basket, 2 fish and 5 loaves of barley bread. At the feet of Jesus I lay down to share my basket, and I'm sorry that there's not more there. But Jesus just smiled